G'day, you beautiful, awesome people, and welcome to the first impressions of Starlink Battle for Atlantis. And for this version, I will be playing on the PS4 Pro. I was originally going to do this on the Nintendo Switch. Unfortunately, I had a couple of issues there, which, yeah, I'm dealing with it at the time of recording, but hopefully later down the track, I will be able to do some stuff for the Switch version of this. Anyways, for those of you who are not familiar with this series of mine, it is where I go through and I take an hour or the first hour of a game and play it and then give my impression review on whether or not I would play this game or potentially even doing a series on this game. Now, I'm going to also put this straight up as a disclaimer as well before I jump into Starlink. I have a bit of a bias when it comes to Toys to Life video games. I'm gonna be completely honest, I was opening up all of the things related to Starlink, and I was like a kid. Sorry, I'm trying really hard not to like go like just burst into how giddy I am over playing a new game that is a Toys of Life genre, even though the genre itself is dead, which in my perfect world, I do hope that's not true because I love Toys of Life game. I started with Skylanders, the original Skylanders. I'm pretty sure I have 100% collection for the original Skylanders, and unfortunately, Activision just went down a really weird route with Skylanders, and I never went into Skylanders 2 or the third game for Skylanders. I just heard a lot of negative stuff for it, so I never really dived into it. And then I heard about Starlink, and I was like, I've gotta play this! And then found out that it's completely dead. Never really had the reception as far as I've heard. When I was researching the game to figure out what I had to get and everything, apparently this had really poor reception, and which was kind of unfortunate because, as I said, there is potential for Toys to Life games with what they can do, but it just depends on how a company handles it. So anyways, before we go any further, if anyone has played Starlink, I would love to hear what your thoughts are on this game in the comment section below. If you enjoy it, if you don't, I'd like to know why and all that. You know, create a discussion and all that. Normally these are what these videos are all about, is creating discussion as well as what I think about the game as I play it. As I said, going in with a kind of a bias, so I'm really hoping this game doesn't let me down. And already just looking at the small little, role we're having at the start here on the menu, graphics, they look awesome. Though then again, this is from Ubisoft, so normally Ubisoft games, regardless of what they do with their shady practices and all that, they tend to look pretty nice. So I'm expecting, awesome Starscape vistas and really awesome, atmospheres and all that, especially for, a sci-fi fantasy game. Something akin to maybe, No Man's Sky, which I actually have to do another first impressions for because I have played the original No Man's Sky when it first came out, but I heard recently that No Man's Sky has had a huge update and it's not like it was when it first came out, so expect a first impression on that as well. Alright, anyways, I think we've done enough drabbling on. I have, at the end of this video, I'm going to have an unboxing video on, I just got freaked out for a second and thought my TV was on there. But the controller made a sound. I have an unboxing part going through and unboxing the PS4 version, the Switch version without the game. I don't know why my starter pack came with no game. So as I said, I'm in the process of trying to fix that at the moment. And with all the ships, as I said, this is I think it's 100% collection for Starlink. I think there was a pre-order thing as well. I did see a couple of other unique ships, like a create your own or something like that. I don't know, there's something I've got to research because I saw it when I was trying to track down 2 last ships I couldn't get locally. So that includes, obviously, the Switch version came with the R-Wing for Star Fox, so I'm going to test that to see if it works on the PS4 version. If it does, that's awesome. So I'm assuming a lot of people would like to see the R-Wing in action and all that. And before I go any further, the PS4 controller has an attachment, because obviously it's Toy to Life, so you got figurines, you stick onto the controller and you play with that. The controller with the actual figurines on I was testing it while I was unboxing it. It's not as heavy as I thought it would be. It's not as, well, I haven't played yet, so I'm assuming it's not going to be as distracting. And it is relatively cool, actually. The Switch version uses the Joy-Cons, and unfortunately you can't use a Pro Controller, so it's going to be a little bit weird for me to play a Switch game without a Pro Controller, since I play 99% of my games with a Pro Controller, but that's beside the point. PS4 version, though, it just sits, just attaches to the bottom of the PS4 controller. You'll see in the unboxing video if you stick around for that at the end of the video. The pilot, yeah, you got figurines for a pilot, a ship, and weapon attachments. So the pilot slides in, and then you put the ship on top of that, so you can actually see the pilot inside of the ship windows and all that, which is, you know, really cool. And then you can change all your weapons attachments on that. Now, the question is, while I'm going to be playing this, how distracting is it while you're playing the actual game? So we've got a couple of things. We've got challenges, we've got options, which that will be the first thing we'll look at. Never invert for controls. That'll be like camera. Always pause. I can't get to that. Star map, hold photo, boost dodge, activate shield. It looks quite advanced. You know, I went into this because I'm a fan of Star Fox, or Lilac Wars as it's known in Europe and Australia. I've played a little bit of Star Fox Assault for the GameCube as well, and that's kind of it. So I was kind of expecting it to be somewhat similar to that of Star Fox 64, but with a little bit more advanced to it. But it definitely looks quite advanced. 2 weapons. Alright, I'm gonna figure it out while we're playing. Invert camera up and down. Oh yeah, part swapping, always pause. So if you gotta switch your parts or whatever, like your different weapons, I guess, or maybe your ship, I don't know. I'm assuming it's just for your weapons. It'd be a bit weird you change your ship halfway through a mission. That would be nice to always pause. Vibrates on, which is nice. Friendly fire for co-op. Oh yeah, this game's co-op. So I'm assuming you would need a second PS4 attachment or a Switch attachment to do co-op. Which makes sense. So yeah, that friendly fire on or off for that one. Auto level in space. Choose whether your ship should automatically roll to a standard orientation when flying in space. Turning us on makes it easier to navigate the Atlas star system in 3 dimensions. I'm going to leave that on, because I got no idea what that's referring to. Allow reverse camera. Off. Yeah. I'm going to leave that off, because that's just going to really confuse me. And zoom. Alright, that's cool. Visuals, brightness, we got color scheme, so what we got? Alright, so for people who are mildly red-green colorblind with less visible reds, who are mildly red-green colorblind with less visible greens, for people who are mildly blue-yellow colorblind. And this one is for who are red-green colorblind with effect reds. There's a lot of different ones for people who are colorblind. That I really like, because I don't think I have seen a lot of games that allow color schemes for people with colorblindness. I actually cannot remember the last time I saw something with colorblind options there, like colorblind friendliness, so I applaud them for that. I don't know if there is an option normally on the PS4 that does allow for that, but if not, then this will be the first game I've technically seen on the PS4, to my knowledge, that allows for that. HUD on, display minimap, display pilot, display flight, yeah, that's all good. Subtitles, yep, and everything is based, oh yep, Celsius, because I don't use Fahrenheit, so you can change it from Celsius to Fahrenheit. Yep, that looks fine, that looks fine. I was kind of seeing if there was any, you know, like, stuff for 4K or stuff for the PS4 Pro, but it doesn't look like it. Alright, I think that's enough time going over the options. How to use Starlink?
Welcome to the Starlink Initiative. I am Sage, and I am here to explain how to use Starlink to build your starship. To begin, connect your Starlink mount to the base of your DualShock 4 wireless controller.
Yep, we've done that.
Next, plug the mount's USB cable into your PS4 system.
Done that.
To remove your mount, hold it firmly and pull the controller away.
Done that. Oh, I already knew about
Link
that.
a pilot. Slide your pilot into the front of the mount and press firmly to connect it.
So I'm going to do that now because I don't know if we can actually play without a pilot in. Well, obviously I need it in. Your starter packs always come with pilots. So as I said, the Switch version does come with an exclusive pilot. So I've got a pilot in at the moment.
You can swap your pilot at any time without losing progress.
Oh, that's cool.
Each pilot has a unique and powerful ability.
That's cool.
Next, link a starship for your pilot to fly. Lower the starship down over the mount of the pilot
Oh, God.
until the pilot enters the cockpit. Once your starship is linked, press down firmly to secure it.
I'm just looking for my starship. That's right at the bottom of my box. If anyone knows, like, a decent storage thing or carry bag for Starlink, because I know Skylanders had one. They had a couple of things for storage. I'd like to know, because I'm gonna have to, like, use something else for storage for Starlink, and yeah, I'm fiddly when it comes to things I collect. Alright, so my ship is down, I think. There we go, it just clicked. Oh, it turned on! It's all lit up! Ah! I'm using the air wing, so hopefully that all appears up on the menu when we finally go and that. And the air wing is so cool, like, the model itself, the, near the boosters, I don't know my air wing terminology all that well, but they open up very similar to, like, you know, all range mode and when they're doing, like, their normal flying around straight forward in the course. So I thought that was a really neat thing. All the other ships, like, that are non-Nintendo related don't do that. So I was like, oh, that's so cool. It's kind of like interactive. And as I said, I could see Fox McCloud through the little hood of the air wing.
You can mix and match wings to change the attributes of your starship.
Wait, what? You can actually
Press
take
firmly
those
to
wings
link them
off?
securely.
Oh, that's why the wings are so, well, feel like they're gonna fall off. You mean I can detach them? You mean to tell me I can take the R-wing and put on the wings of another ship? Are you serious? Oh my god. Oh my god, that is so cool. I just assumed that the model of the ship was just fixed. I didn't realize it was static. Oh my god, I feel like a kid in the candy shop at the moment. It is so cool! I haven't even played the game yet. I'm just like going giddy over the actual thing
Link weapons
itself.
to prepare for the possibility of battle.
Alright, so next is the weapon. I have all the weapons, and they're all at the bottom of my thing, which makes it really hard to attach. What's this one? I need to have, like, my thing showing all the weapons in front of me, so I'm just going to use random weapons for this video. So I'm just going to put that one on there. Which one looks cool? We'll just go by which one looks cool at the moment. Like, I'm not going to care if they're good or not. I'm going to put that one on there. Although, wouldn't I use something with a bit more firepower, a bit more rapid? I don't know, that looks like... I don't know, we'll figure it out when I actually play.
Press L2 to fire your left weapon, and press R2 to fire your right weapon. Switch weapons to adapt to any situation.
That's what I love, like you can switch your weapons on the
When you
fly.
want to remove your starship, twist it and pull it up.
Oh, that's how you remove it.
You can change your starship, weapons, and pilot at any time.
So you
Use Starlink
twist,
to adapt to and overcome any challenge.
twist.
Now you're ready to begin. Good luck.
Oh. The R-wing's like, oh, like that. The R-wing's a little bit awkward to remove because of its wings, but yeah, I get it. So that goes down, that goes, yep, and then the light on the back where the main engine is at the back lights up to say that it's connected. Oh my god, I am so hyped. Alright, let's go start new game. New game. Easy difficulties for players seeking relaxed gameplay, focus on story and exploration. Combat challenge low, Legion spread slow. Normal difficulty offers a balanced playthrough considering both strategy and story, great for first time playthroughs. Combat challenge medium, Legion spread normal. Okay, we'll go normal. Yep, they're all good on my TV. Skulls indicate a difficult challenge. Consider leveling up your pilots before taking... Oh, all my pilots have levels? Okay. So similar to Skylanders, I might make a couple of references to... I have to update my mount. Okay, everything needs an update. This game had a 10 gigabyte update when I inserted my disc as well. Rebooting mount. So it turned off. Your mount is up to date and you're good to go. Oh no! I can't use the air wing! Oh, so the air wing is Switch exclusive? Are you serious? No! Oh no! So I have to... Hold on, I'm just gonna make sure there's nothing wrong with my actual controller. So... I'll take off, like, the weapons, but it sounds like the actual air wing itself and Fox McCloud don't work on the PS4 version. That's what I was afraid of, because I was like, I want to do a first impression using the R-Wing, and I can't do the Switch version for a first impression because I don't have the actual game. Ah, that's so annoying! Whoa! So yeah, unfortunately, the R-Wing and the Star Wolf exclusive mission is, well, exclusive of course, but the R-Wing and Fox McCloud cannot be used on the PS4 version. That I was kind of expecting, because since when does Nintendo allow a lot of their IPs on a lot of other consoles, so that's slightly disappointing. Oh no, so I may have to do like a second part for this first impression to go over like the Switch exclusive stuff. Otherwise, Xbox and PS4, as far as I'm aware, are accessible on both consoles, so there's nothing like exclusive between the two of them. Alright, I'm gonna use that ship. That looks cool. That weapon attachment, though, I just chucked back in there, saltiness, though I would like to use that. Alright, so obviously the PS4 version, you get given like one person, I do believe. But on the Switch version, I was told you can buy like a deluxe version which has every character, ship, and weapon thing unlocked already. And I think it might be like perma or something like that. Otherwise, you get access to them for a week or a month, something like that. Then you have to reattach the parts and you get access to them on the fly or when you're traveling, all that. Not sure about the PS4 version, but since they're all locked with me not having to have a thing on, it sounds like you need to have them attached, and then you should have access to them either permanently or they'll be temporarily similar to of the Switch. Now I have to find a pilot to use, and as I said, because I'm so unorganized with so many things, I'm gonna be rummaging through my little box trying to figure out who to use. He's got two little kunai. I actually wouldn't mind using one of the ones that didn't come with an actual ship. I'm going to leave all these ships out, just in case I want to switch on the fly, and just so we can show them off on the screen as well. God, I apologize for like how unorganized this is. I was really planning on like showing off Fox McCloud on the air wing, but that's fallen through, so I'm on the fly. No? The other dude that was exclusive with no ship, he had a weird attire on. I'm gonna like move all of my... Oh wait, no, it's him. It's the Triceratops looking one. He was really cool. So he was the other pilot I really liked, and he was the one that didn't come with like any ship or anything like that. So I'm gonna use him. I've got a couple of dupes because they came with ships and I bought them separately as well. So it was like, fun. Oh well. In case they ever break or anything happens to them, I have backups, I guess. So I'm going to move all my pilots out. As I said, I'm going to move all the ships out and everything too to kind of make this a bit easier to work with when I'm trying to figure out weapon attachments and all that without trying to bump anything else of mine. There's another pilot. There's actually quite a lot of different options you have for weapon choices and all that. Anyways, I'm going to use this dude. So I'm going to slide the pilot in. Carl. Alright, so Carl's in. We do get like one ship by default, but I think that's because that's the ship that came with the game. I'm not sure what happens if you just click X or whatnot. The other one I think was Jay, I think he was named. He came with the actual starter pack. Now I'm going to use this ship, so that goes over him. Click that down. Alright, we've got the... I've got no weapon attachments on there. Alright, I'm not sure what that ship was. It didn't come up saying what it was. Now, for weapons, I'm going to use... That looks cool. We'll throw that on there. That was the shredder I just attached. And the other weapon I want to use... That looks cool. We use this one. That just popped up on there. So the Iron Fist short-range shotgun. And the other one was a precise rapid-fire bullets. So I've got a shotgun and rapid-fire bullets. Could we go even further with this, I wonder? What's this? So if I take that off... Now it's not got the lock symbol on it anymore. So I think it's like now unlocked on the PS4. That is a precise rapid-fire bullets. Oh, cool. So if I go that... So I can also mod weapons. Mods will make your fleet even more powerful. Here are some tips for obtaining them. Defeat Legion forces, help local outposts, explore planets for hidden secrets. Supercharged attack, power and firing rate in blue. Weapons with special effects, find ammo and ruins, all by helping out outpost. Status effect, kinetic. Oh, that's what those symbols mean. So, they must do like certain things based on. So now I'm guessing I just go back. And I've got Shockwave. I've got the Lance, that's the ship. And Shredder MK2. And my pilot is Carl. I've got a weight of a light ship. Speed of 150, handling 205, defense 100, and energy of 100. And I'm assuming too, if I was to go and switch my wings around, that would also come up on the actual thing as well. What's my pilot's skills by any chance? So I've got damage, ability charge. I think that's what I'm reading. I've got nothing at the moment. Alright, so pilot adds to things. I'm guessing the ship also has stuff as well. Alright, cool. Let's go into the game. After making contact with an alien that crashed on Earth, astrophysics Victor Stengrad secretly recruited a team of pilots to explore the stars. He named the alien judge and called the team the Starlink Initiative. Aboard their Nova-powered mothership, the team arrives in the Atlas star system seeking answers about Judge's origins. Warp speed! Nova so reminds me about the Great Fox.
Atlas, jewel of the Pleiades.
Look! Welcome to Atlas. Oh man, I'm gonna get so many hits back on Earth.
No, you're not.
Levi? No one's supposed to know about this.
I'm looking to change that.
Chase, Levi, one of you will need to be outside to help Hunter with the escort.
Okay.
Wait! He said one of us.
All of these characters too are playable like you see in the cutscenes. Just a heads up.
Scans up, Stengrad.
It's incredible. Can't believe you've been doing this for a whole year.
Our third trip. Hasn't gotten old yet.
It was Alkeane last, now Atlas. The artifact we're collecting here might just be the breakthrough we need. We're closer than ever now. I know it.
Proximity warning.
So that pilot floats. Oh, interesting. Because I've got him as well. He came with like one of the ships. Oh, here comes our aerial fights.
Coming in hot. Right. Let's get our ears on.
Can you hear me?
What happened? Do you have it?
Yeah, but these guys don't like it when you steal from them. Sensitive types.
God, this so reminds me of Star Fox. It's not funny. Like the way they communicate and everything.
She's not gonna make it.
Get to the Equinox. We're coming.
I'll man the bridge.
Judge, take Mason with you to the hangar. We need to buy time for me to jumpstart the engine.
Are you sure? Maybe I should help you in the reactor.
They've never used Starlink before. Go show them what it can do. Take my ship. You're ready.
Okay.
I'm kind of disappointed. That's not who I'm using. So they're in the perspective that you'd be using, I think his name was Jay, as I said, but you're actually using someone else if you've gone and, well, that's my ship for sure. Oh, that was the other one. That's what comes with the starter pack. But yeah, so far the presentation, it just is so reminiscent to Star Fox. So I can kind of see why Nintendo did collab with Ubisoft on this, because as I said, it's so Star Fox-esque. It is absolutely incredible. So
Cooling cycle terminated.
I think one of the things was, you know, besides it having the Star Fox-esque aesthetics to it and the feel, it shouldn't be a replacement for Star Fox, because as I said, for PS4 you're not even allowed to use the air wing and all that. But for Switch, it could be a temporary replacement, considering we don't have a Star Fox title yet for the Switch. Really hoping Nintendo fixes that, considering how many people want a Star Fox game for the Switch. Also putting in mind that the Wii version, or the Wii U, whoa!
Okay guys, they're coming in hot, so stay frosty and...
So I've got to control with my right.
I will do my very best.
Shade, what's your status?
That's camera, I think it was?
Everybody
Of you?
got leaf and lizard brains. I meant, how are you holding up? I'm still alive, aren't I? Good.
It's kind of awkward having to like steer with the right and view with the left, because normally I'd control with the left. Whoa! I thought I had a, never mind then. I thought I had, rapid on both. Alright, so this is our stuff, oh.
Destroyed.
It felt like for a second I had a bit of a recharge. That looks like a shotgun attack. So that's a ship, Drake. Options to view R1. Hangar. Enemy codex. So yeah, there's even codex for all the enemies as well. So Drake, the robotic Drake is the primary Legion presence in space, designed to carry out the will of the Wardens between the stars. Their sleek starfighter design makes them fast and nimble, but they lack significant defenses. Tactical summary: high evasive, difficult to shake, vulnerable to homing weaponry, will deploy in endless waves from Legion motherships. And it even, shows how many of them were defeated as well. So it is going to take me quite... Whoa! That's a big boost. It is going to take me a little while to figure out controlling this a bit better. Like I said, it's a little bit awkward. Okay, that's my boost. Because I've got to quickly go between, you know, boosting with the circle pad. I wonder if I can change that in the controls. Now, those arrows should be showing me... Oop, R2. Where are you? Is there one for, like... Oh, that's my shield. I was wondering if there was one for, like, U-turning to kind of make And there's also recharge. Another down. Charging. Where are we? So you can't spam your weapons, obviously. They've got to have a recharge period. Oh, that was my enemy. Sorry, one of my allies. Alright. Critical.
My stars. This is invigorating.
It's invigorating.
Not fast enough. Check this out.
Oh, I can't land it. Oh, God. See, that's the problem. There's this, like, they're going...
Targets
Oh!
destroyed.
Ah, there we go. Circle and back. It's kind of similar to that of Star Fox 64, which is, like, what I like.
Hang in there.
There we go. And then turn around. Alright, cutscene.
Hey, nice work, new kid.
Thanks.
As I said, visuals are quite nice. There, St. Grad got taken. Our ship goes rip, and now I feel like I'm playing No Man's Sky.
Hunter. Hunter, is that you?
I repeat, the Equinox has crashed. All pilots...
Too much interference, I suspect.
Recover your ship with X.
Pilot ship online. All systems on reserve power.
Hello, Sage.
Oh, now
I
it's
need to
switched.
return
Like
to
all
the
of a sudden I'm
Equinox immediately.
using... Oh,
Can you
turning
locate
around.
it for
Oh,
me?
that makes more sense. Now it feels better to control. Before it, that wasn't happening.
Communications disrupted.
How unfortunate. I'll have to go it alone.
Oh, so I'm like... Oh, this is kind of interesting. So, I'm, you know, not flying in the atmosphere. I'm kind of flying around in... I don't know what you call it, but I can only, you know, jump in the air and just control... Kind of like a platform thing, almost. Anyways, what's going on here? This is kind of, I guess, a tutorial? Like, just flying around and do basic maneuvers? I can't say it, wow! Maneuvers, there we go.
Enemy analysis complete.
Oh, recommended weapons. Shockwave I've got on. So, Shockwave is that one, so let's change that and go, they said flamethrower. I think that one's the flamethrower. That's Fury Cannon. Nah, that's not what I want. That one? Flamethrower, yo! I got it on the second go. We'll just say it's the first go. Resume. So I got that, and the other one they suggested was Imploder. I think that came with the thing as well. Imploder, Shockwave, and Flamethrower, I think, with like 3 basic ones. So what am I attacking? Over here. Whoa! Any more? Up ahead. Sorry, even with my glasses on, I'm just trying to take in like all of the views. And it's just so impressive. Just really looks so pretty.
Equinox.
And as I said, it does really give me a bit of a No Man's Sky vibe.
Enemy analysis complete.
Alright, Iron Fist, which is what I put on earlier. And Frost Barrage and Volcano. Alright, so... I think I had that on first. What about this one? Shockwave? I didn't say Shockwave, did I? Wait, I just put the... Oh, I must own 2 Shockwaves, maybe? I don't think I do. Maybe it was that one. Iron Fist, so the shotgun, and I think they said ice? I think it's that one. Frost Barrage? Yes! And Volcano was the other one, so we get a chance to look at some of the other weapons, which is really cool because I was kind of... Oh yeah, so that's dodge. Bit different from, like, up in space. Oh, that's so cool! It's like a homing attack. That's my ice one doing the Frost Barrage. Okay, got a charge. The shotgun's a little bit slow. I'm trying to see if there's like anything to say, you know, indicating my ammo and all that, or if I've got to wait all that. Oh, I see it, I see it. I think I see it. Maybe I don't. I was like... Yeah, I kind of can't see... At first glance, I actually can't figure out which one is my indicator for... before my weapons have to charge. That I haven't figured out yet. Right, that's down with a critical. Okay, they're down.
Shame it had to come to that.
Carl, is that you?
My stars. Chase, you made it. What is the status of the others?
It's okay. We're all
That's
here.
a big ship.
relief.
Is that... Oh,
I
wait.
suggest we
That's
soldier
their
on
ship
then.
that crashed,
St.
isn't
Grand
it?
is out there somewhere and time is of the essence.
We can't. Those freaks who took St. Grand also stole our reactor. There's a backup, but until we get more fuel, we're not going anywhere.
Surely there is something we can do.
Maybe there is. Check your map.
How do I check my map?
There's your ship. You should be able to see everything within the scan radius. The rest of the planet's uncharted territory, for now.
Razor, I am picking up an alien signal nearby.
You think someone's out there? Worth checking out. Feel free to give the map a spin. Not much to it now, but once we explore more of this place, it'll definitely come in handy.
Dude, I can't begin to explain how much this so feels like No Man's Sky from what I remember of No Man's Sky. And as I said, I haven't played it since it first came out, but my god, does this give me No Man's Sky vibes. And I'm hoping it's a bit more enjoyable than No Man's Sky, but as I said, I'll hold my tongue there because it has been updated.
A bunch of killer robots.
Killer robots?
So going this way leads me towards the enemy.
Hold up. What, wait, this is normal to you people?
Get used to it or go home. The Legion's been here
Whoa,
way
whoa.
longer than the rest of us.
Pluck. Oh, I gotta hold it down. Oh, pull? Oh. Hey!
Apparently that's called bone fruit. Real appetizing. It's not a plant, but a kind of parasite. Ugh.
This is interesting. So I wonder what this is used for like, collecting purposes? Or is it just for, like, exploring and saying that we've explored this area and whatnot? Hold on, I just want to have a look. Collection... Atlas discoveries? Or database? Bond fruit? Yeah, so it's for like collection purposes for 100%ing the game. So that's kind of cool, but it did come up with, well, a few other things too. So if I pluck this. Down here. Too far. Too close. I do kind of like that, where it expects you to be a certain distance to collect it. It feels very realistic, because obviously it can't. And you gotta keep it. There we go. You gotta keep it in that radius for X amount of time. 4 out of 5, so I'm guessing that's either how much is on the planet or how much they want me to collect. So come back, grab that, pick up. Oh, my inventory is full. Ah. So why's my inventory full? Okay, so I can only collect so much by the sounds of it. So that's all my samples. Huh. Alright, well, I don't know if there's any way of dropping things or whatnot, or you have to complete the level and go back to come back and get some more samples or whatnot, so... Whoa, what's that? Common mineral vein. So do I shoot it? Fly... Oh! That, I do pick it, I do go boom. Pick up common mineral? Okay, so... Alright, so maybe it goes into like different categories. So if I go... That must be it. Oh, I thought this big rock was the mineral, but it's that. Okay, okay. I do like this. It's not just a, you know, a fighting up in the star systems and all that. It actually is, feels like a bit more of an exploration type of game as well. So what? These are remnants of what was? Do I... Oh! That dropped me some stuff. Is that currency? Anything else I can make go boom? I'm just here like blowing up what might be, you know, people. Ooh. That's nothing. It's gone ripperoni. This generally does feel like an authentic alien planet, which I really like. There's skulls everywhere of like massive creatures that once was. Yeah, it sounds like I can pick up certain amount of stuff. Whoa, what was that? Where did that pop up for? Alright, I'm gonna move on regardless. Oh, wait, are these enemies?
Fascinating. What a remarkable creature.
That looks so cool.
DNA scanners on that animal. I can cross-reference the sequence with the database St. Grand assembled.
It's got a head of a parrot, goat horns, a dinosaur of some sort, and what? It's like a horse almost. I'm trying to figure out what his feet are. I don't know, it looks clawed like a dinosaur or something like that. Or hooves? Like very mutated hooves, but still, that looks so cool. Oh my god, I reckon I would love to be in the position of someone who has to design like these type of creatures. Oh, what have I got to do here? Oh, I got to go around it. Oh, that's so cool. Like you actually would be scanning an unknown creature.
Partial scan complete. Scan more specimens to complete the DNA profile.
Oh, that's so cool. So I can scan this. And then circle around it. Take, you know, recordings of it.
Partial scan complete. Scan more specimens to complete the DNA profile.
So that means I can come over and scan these ones. Ah, no. Don't disturb him. We're here to explore and figure out what these awesome looking creatures are. As I was saying,
profile complete. Fauna identified.
Razorbeak. Oh, that sounds so cool. And there's like lore to it and everything.
Razorbeak. Gotta say I like the name. Apparently their horns are harder than diamond.
I would hate to be hit by one of them. As I was saying, I don't know if I ended up finishing my set. What is that? I want to know what that is. It looks so dangerous though. It's a T-Rex. Is it friendly? Whoa! Dude, no! Let me scan you! Whoa. I'm not doing a very good job. Ah, no! Let it go. Refocus. Where have I not scanned? It sounded like I just farted. I think it just roared.
Complete the DNA profile.
Yeah, it makes an interesting noise, but this thing looks cool. It's just charging all around the place like a T-Rex, but I don't think it's... I don't think it's dangerous. It's not attacking us, so I'm just assuming it's very timid and it's... Wait, it's got 4 arms. I didn't notice that. Wow, so no wonder it's like a little bit lopsided. I mean, it's got small arms, but it looks like the 2 above it aren't, you know, really there for stabilizing it. I don't know. Anyway, I don't even think I finished my sentence. I'm just so busy.
Updated.
Ah, that looks like an expedition observatory. Perhaps they could help us.
Let's hope so. Go say hi. We'll be
Where?
here if you need it.
Oh, there, I'm guessing. Anyways, yeah, before I get distracted even further, I reckon it'd be so cool to, like, design creatures for these type of games. Like, the amount of imagination and freedom that you have to create these type of creatures. Oh god, where'd you go? No! Like, it would be insane. Like, you get a chance to just show off all your creativity and just bring, you know, creatures that no normal person would probably think of, or your unique imaginations to life. It'd just be, like, so cool. And I remember as a kid, like, trying to think up all these imaginary creatures and designing lore for them as well to make them all unique. Ah, I think I made it scared. It just looks like they're very timid, like they go charging when they're scared, so it's more of a defense mechanism way, like the fight and flight.
Fauna identified.
Gritfish. It does look very, fish-like, doesn't it?
Ew, it's called a gritfish, hombre. I wouldn't get too close. I bet it smells terrible.
Aw, dude. That's mean. It can't help if it smells terrible. So this, I go boom. Oh, wait, what? I got hold the oh, is that one of my comrades? Oh no, that doesn't look like one of my comrades. It's too small.
This region has some fascinating Warden artifacts. With your collection of weapons, you must have no trouble obtaining them.
Okay. We'll go, explore this.
Well, look who finally decided to show. Wait, you're not Thicket. I'll never get any work done at this rate.
Hello there. I was hoping you could be of some assistance. You see, my flagship is in desperate need of some fuel.
Fuel? Fuel? Do you have any idea how busy I am and the mountain of work on my desk? Speaking of which, you haven't seen a sad sack of a Bion walking around, have you?
I'm afraid I haven't. But perhaps we can help each other.
You give me fuel and I help you with your
I
problems.
sent Thicket to drop a beacon, and that cretin set it right next to an imp hive. I need that hive destroyed. Then we can talk about fuel.
What? Oh, that's so mean. Because of your idiot assistant or whatever he is, you need to destroy a hive of, like, potential innocent, you know, fauna. Oh, God. Alright, well, we'll go do that. So off to the marker we go to destroy some an imp hive. All right, let's do this.
Dude,
Whee!
you just made friends with an alien. That's like historical.
An imp hive. Such a curious habitat.
Yeah, imps are the worst kind of legion, if you ask me. Total pests. Best way to get rid of them is to roast them.
So, fire? I think we can handle that.
Fire? You want me to use fire, baby? I can do that. So before we go any further, let's attach some firepower, hey? So we'll go Fury, yeah, we'll use that. And this looks neat. I think this is the flamethrower. Yeah, we'll use the flamethrower. I mean, they said use fire, so... Ooh. That'd be the hive.
Enemy analysis complete.
A nullifier on the imploder also works too. Well, I can do that. We'll get rid of this one, even though I haven't used it yet. But we'll get to that. And... Duh. I know which one I'm looking for. That one, I think? Nullifier. Vortex missile volleys. I'm assuming that's going to be another homing. Right, we'll go in with this loadout. So I just... Yeah, it's a homing attack.
They're mounting a defense.
Whee! Oh, they're both charging. That's not good. I've already taken damage, apparently. Ooh, I might need to... Okay, my shield is, like, temporary. Okay, I guess that's kind of cool because I was kind of thinking, you know, maybe... Is that a shield? Whoa! I'm taking... Whoa, I'm guessing that's from me? That's gone. Target destroyed.
Okay, well then you look. I've got the Electrum for you, as promised.
Just use this to try and take off any more imps.
Nova? Who are you, and where are you from?
Well, most of us are from a planet called Earth.
I was once a proud resident of the Maya Nebula. Before the expedition, of course.
The only way to obtain Nova in Atlas is to take a core from an extractor. If you're feeling bold and foolish, it should appear on your map.
Alright, I kind of like too, during that conversation, they also gave more backstory to our character.
Now that we have helped this observatory, our visibility on the planet has increased.
Oh, neat! So we help the observatory and we get more view of the planet. And obviously we got ammo as well. So this is our next target, the extractor. These Electrum harvesting towers supply the Legion forces, destroy extractors to help liberate the planet. Set that destination. I think it already was. So we can zoom with R2. And then center on player. Where? There. And that's the extractor. So it's just down southeast.
You should know extractors are Legion machines. They used to be easy to salvage, but since the reawakening, they don't like giving up their cores. But you proved me wrong once, so by all means, go get one. Then bring me the core, and you'll be on your way.
Wait, is that it over there?
Oh my, look at that storm.
What is that?
The extractor should be just inside.
That's the extractor?
Starlink database updated.
My god, it's so mechanical. That's not natural. That's definitely man-made or alien-made.
Siege weaponry recommended.
The levitator or the imploder, so our nullifier is not going to be handy. I think that's the imploder. It is. Siege vortex. Right, we'll do that. I'd like it too when you put it in, you can kind of see it also being assembled.
This may not be a sound idea.
Oh!
That's the only idea we got.
First, you'll need to target the nodes along the perimeter. Aim for the red power cells. Once those are down, the extractor's core will be exposed.
Whoa, I'm getting attacked. I should probably be careful. Go for these, I'm guessing. Oh, they do extra damage too. So that's taking residual damage. And... down.
Deactivated.
That's one.
That's it. The nodes are disabled. Now's my chance to hit the extractor. Dodge those lasers.
Whoa. Okay, so that's what the jump's for. Damn, I gotta multitask this. I'm like concentrating because it's like I've gotta attack and I've gotta do all this. Whoa! Jump! Extractor destroyed. Wow, that was quick. Woo! As I said, it's quite complex, considering, you know, you gotta do 2 things at once. Jump to avoid those attacks, and then you've also got to attack and look around and make sure, like, you gotta not throw up a shield.
And pull back, just not too hard.
There we go.
Got it.
I don't think you understand how rare Nova is around these parts. You could make quite the fortune with your abilities.
I don't get it. Can't you just make more Nova?
Is that a joke? We have Electrum, but not even I know how to refine it. The only remaining Nova is inside those Legion machines, and most folks aren't as deranged as you are.
Wow.
What was that up
I
ahead?
wonder if St. Grant knows about this.
Come again?
Our captain, St. Grant. He learned how to create Nova. That's how we got here.
Did you just say your captain can make Nova? But
Oh, that
now
was
he's
Imp
missing?
Hive.
That's why we're here.
Well, let's hope you find him. A mine like that isn't something you want to waste.
Must have been coming up, because I was like, oh, there's an Imp Hive. There we go.
More imps. There must be a hive nearby. You better
Let's take it
eliminate
down just for a bit of fun.
Proximity alert. Multiple hostiles detected.
Another
Target
Imp Hive?
destroyed. That was quick.
Spread like a plague.
One of these, like, weapons must be really good.
Destroyed.
Shake that off. So even the imps, like, jump on, you can do, like, little maneuvers, like, shake them off. For this one, though, you gotta hold it down and attack. That's what was, like, a little bit awkward to do the boss or the extractor. But anyways, that's down. We get stuff for that and some experience points as well. I did notice, too, with those bosses or the extractor and one of the other things, we did get some mods. Oh, like that. So taking on those hives, we get some extra mods which we can use to power up our weapons. So it might be worth just going through and, like, taking out some hives or some little bosses that you come across just to pick up some of those mods. Anyways, I'm going to do this and head back to the Shelton Observatory. Wow, I can't speak. Which is just over here. I do love this, like, hole down in the planetary.
Proximity alert. Outlaw fortifications detected.
Wait, that's attacking me. What the hell?
Normal weaponry is ineffective against target shield. Reflect turret projectiles with your active shield to lower its defenses.
Like that? Oh, okay.
Normal weaponry is ineffective against target shield.
So what, I gotta...
Reflect turret projectiles with your active
Like
shield
that?
to lower
Oh,
its
that's really cool. So it's not just always relying on weapons. So you gotta, like, reflect it back. Like that? Oh, that's so cool. Except I suck at this, apparently. Ah, come on. My shield's gotta recover. Ah, that's why. So you can't spam your shield either. That's down. Woo! Still alive, that. Like, just mixing up all the combat is just really cool. As it is quite overwhelming, though, because there's just so many things you've got to keep in mind.
Mayday.
What?
My ship's non-responsive.
Wait, what the hell? I got attacked out of somewhere. Do I take it back to the observatory? Can I drop him? I don't know where this goes. I'm carrying him, but it's like...
Hello. I'm just returning with some samples. Remember to bring any biological material you find back to an observatory. If you're getting burned by a powerful Cyclops, try switching weapons. I believe each variant has a weakness.
Maybe I would take it back to this?
Thank you so much. Now I can return to my studies.
Okay, that's back, but what about this thing I'm holding? I have no idea what I'm holding, and I have no idea how to drop it. Okay, no idea what to do with this thing. Can I blow it up? Anyway, I'm gonna continue with my mission. There's like so many things you can do.
You're back.
Deliver item. Extract the core.
I have the core. Do you require anything else?
It should only take a moment to extract what Nova I can.
Ah, wonderful.
If you meet other members of the expedition on your travels, I'm sure they'll also be happy to help. Stay safe out there.
You too, my friend.
Oh.
And come back to visit sometime. We're always open.
Beacon not for delivery, deploy with down. Bone fruit, so the things we've been collecting.
Nice. We can see further now. Keep helping us out, and I'm sure there's more we can do for you.
Wasn't this like a thing in No Man's Sky as well, where you did little tasks to do extra, like, visibility and all that? Oh, so we could probably move the beacon to do other things, I'm guessing? Huh. I gotta figure out what the beacons are for. What was the other thing?
Oh, you're back.
Bone fruit. And common material.
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. I don't need that. I'm busy with, science.
Okay, so that's something else. That's for, hold on, deliver item. Deliver this to a prospector outpost. No ships to repair. Nothing for help. Okay, that's really cool. As I said, like, you go through and collect things and you go to other observatories. And they use that for other things. I still got if that's currency or something. Researcher. Fuel up, go to the Equinox. Alright, we'll do that mission. I was like, I'd like to really just go through and explore this, like, entire planet. Like, that's all I want to do. So I want to explore all of this and see just how beautiful it is. But I'm guessing there's going to be, like, other planets too, which is going to be really interesting.
And then we find St. Grant.
That's right.
Yeah, unless he's...
Levi, what the heck?
What? I hope he isn't. I'm just saying.
Don't worry, he's our captain. We won't let him down.
You gotta always think of the worst. I don't blame the guy, just in case. You gotta, like, not always go in with your hopes all high.
Oh, can someone please explain to me how I transfer this Nova?
Open your ship's computer. You should be able to launch the repair sequence from the Equinox screen.
So if I go that, Equinox, core system. Okay, upgrade complete.
Nice. If we find any more goodies around here, maybe we can upgrade the Equinox even more. Until then, let's see if this works.
So that's cool, I can even upgrade like our main ship too. So not just our own ship that gets upgraded, but the Equinox as well, which is our main ship.
Well, this isn't enough Nova to draw anyone's attention, that's for sure. But Mason's calculations are right. Should be just enough to get us airborne again.
Yeah, or just enough to be blown to pieces.
Hit it, Chase.
And we have liftoff. And all like the fish skips are all roaring there. They sound like farts, like that type of noise.
Restored.
Oh, we can fly now.
Meet us in orbit and we'll go over the next steps.
The wonders of flight.
Whoa, now it feels... Wow, going over a gap like that is really awkward, because like, whee! So, hold R1 to fly. Whoa! Yeah, no, this really does give me, like, No Man's Sky feels. I wonder if this came out after No Man's Sky. Anyways, that's the prologue done. I'm glad I got that done for the first impressions. Alright, leaving the atmosphere now. And entering orbit. Shoot for the stars, go to the Equinox. Alright, off we go. Should be there pretty quick actually, as long as nothing else comes in. This is where it gets really awkward to control, because it's... You got a camera to kind of point your direction, and then you gotta kind of orientate your ship with the left stick. As I said, it makes it very weird to kind of do controls in, like, orbit. I'm pretty sure there's a way of fixing that in the controls. They probably invert them in a way to allow it so the
Starlink database updated.
The left stick controls the ship or the camera, and then the right stick controls like the orientation of your ship. I think that's what you're referring to. So I'm guessing this is...
Waited so long for
Oh
this.
my god.
I foresaw this moment many years ago. The Wardens showed me, and now the gift appears.
I was not expecting that look.
Time has come.
Like, with fingers like that, I was expecting some type of, you know, hideous face. Or something like that. Like, you expect to have some gruesome enemy, but was not expecting that. Unless that's a mask and underneath it's just like the hideous face I'm expecting. But still, I love that design. He just lit up. All crimson red.
It's no trouble, but first, I'm gonna need to get back to my crew.
Your crew is lost.
That doesn't sound so threatening, they're just lost. They're not dead, they're just lost.
Show me how to make Nova, and you will kneel before your warden.
Well, I think the game's established that the Wardens are bad.
Thanks, Judge.
What the hell is that?
Listen. I got contacts. They might know who took St. Grant. Let's talk to them first.
This is the only intel I trust. The Legion's got a hierarchy, and orders gotta come from somewhere.
Is that one of the drakes we killed earlier?
That's not very diplomatic, but it could work.
What are we waiting for? Let's get out there.
He's just tugging on it.
Come on.
The search for St.
I need
Grand.
to show you something. Open your ship's computer.
Now I'm going to what? Did I open it right? Pilot skills. Loadout? There we go.
Each time you master a weapon or ship, you can come here to gain new abilities and advantages in combat.
So, improved absorption. The more damage Carl's vortex shield absorbs, the longer it lasts. Combo precision. Carl's harness the power of each elemental combo he pulls off, recharging his shields. At the forefront, Carl must be absent-minded, but having one or more allies nearby narrows his focus and improves all damage he deals. Rapid advancement. Invigorated by the battle, Carl's vortex shield takes less time to recharge. That sounds good. And fully optimized, when his shields are full, Carl feels safe enough to go all out, increasing his damage. That, I feel, needs to be done, because that also helps that. Oh. I'm going to upgrade that. So skill learnt, and I have no more skill points available. So obviously, like, we can go through and do that. There's also mods that we picked up. So this is for our ship's boosters. 10% pilot ability recharge speed, and 10% weapon energy recharge speed. Well, that's got to go on. I don't think we had any other mods besides the actual weapons themselves. So we can put mods on each of our weapons, but obviously you gotta have that particular weapon attached to actually be able to use that mod. So 10% damage heals with 10% of damage done. That's kind of cool. It's kind of like a siphon, I think it's the words, that's what I'm looking for. Or a vamp ability. And 10% damage and heals for 1% of damage. So scorching ammo sounds better. And support ammo. And this one's going to be efficiency amplifier, negative 20% energy cost to fire this weapon, and 10% fire red is the 2 mods that we have at the moment. And then right stick for comparison. Oh yeah, so it now shows what each of the things are going for. So and then that's going for damage. Both these are for damage, really. We can fuse mods, we can dismantle mods as well. That's cool. We can also clone mods. Sounds like there's a lot of things we can do. As I said, it's gonna take me a little while to just wrap my head around all the bazillions of things you can do in this game. But I think for now, that's kind of a good place to end this video for the first impression of this game. So, final thoughts. As I said, I probably didn't talk all that much because, as I said, there's just so much to take in between the visuals for this game, which is really nice. The music so far, it kind of seems all atmospheric, similar to that of Breath of the Wild, where it's not so, you know, standalone that you could turn off sound effects and just listen to that. It kind of suits into, like, where you are and all that. So if you're in, like, a very quiet place, there might be just something to really just complement it so you're not listening to silence and all that. So you focus more on, like, you know, it kind of builds up a lot of tension too, because, you know, if you got an orchestral type of music playing, it would kind of take away from the whole feeling of being in a unknown planet, like you're unfamiliar with. Similar to those lines. So if you're in like a mystical, like aquatic place, I would imagine you'd have very aquatic sounding sound effects or atmosphere to kind of add to that in a way, I guess. I know it's very hard to like, you know, for me to kind of explain how I feel about that, because I normally opt for, you know, soundtracks that keep you hyped up and all that while you're playing, like you're in a big fight or whatnot. The music would amplify up to kind of, you know, get you in that mood and all that. So I can, as I said, I can appreciate it, but not my particular style of OST. But as I said, it'll probably grow on to me, but I'll probably, if I've got to grind for whatever reason or go through and explore the planet, I'd probably just throw on my own music at that point and just listen to that. As I said, visuals, though, are astounding. It's what I expect. As I said, it gives me No Man's Sky feels to it. Aesthetics as well, it does remind me of Star Fox 64. Does remind me of Star Fox Assault. I only played a minor bit of that, but from what I do remember of Star Fox Assault, it does give me those type of aesthetic vibes as well. And even the whole feel for the game too is kind of Star Foxy in a way, but with a sandbox feel as well, which, as I said, I do love. I'm still salty though the PS4 version can't use Star Fox, but as I said, was expecting it, but would have liked to have used, you know, the Star Fox aesthetics on, attachments on PS4. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go through and probably do a second part just to look at the Switch version and the Star Fox exclusive stuff for this game. So that's a bit unfortunate, but as I said, it's Nintendo, so what do you expect? Control-wise, though, as I said, using the ship on top of the controller, it's not as distracting in a way. It does add a little bit of weight, but it's not overly heavy that you can't use it. Like, that was one of my concerns, like the ship would get in the way of you going through and controlling throughout the game, but it actually doesn't. The ship is kind of in a position that it's way above the controller, that it doesn't interfere or anything like that. And even if you've got larger hands, so I've got petite little hands, obviously being a female and all that, it's not in the way. And even going through and touching like the middle button of the controller, it's not in the way of that. The only one it does kind of get in the way, I noticed, is the actual PS4 button, home button, whatever it's referred to. As in, I'm not up to speed with all my PS4 terminology, but that button is kind of out the way, but I guess that's kind of to help you don't accidentally press that as well, even though when do you accidentally press that button? Anyways, that makes it out the way. It's the only thing that's kind of all the on-the-fly stuff for, you know, your Toys of Life things, similar to Skylanders, where if you've got to change your character to do certain things, that is easily done. You know, being able to take off weapons, you know, like that, for example, and then taking the other weapon off and changing it with other weapons or attachments on the fly. It's relatively quick, and then the game does pause. You can turn that off, but why would you turn pause off? I don't know why. But all of it seems relatively easy to do. The only thing that I wanted to test...
Fascinating.
So like I was saying, the imps
the only thing I wanted to test was if you could... No, they do have to be on. I just tried to... What if I take the ship off? Still getting used to that. So if I take the ship off and let's say... Oh, there's no control for it. Oh, that's an issue. Oh, that's an issue. That's an issue. Oh, so you can't go through and select a ship. So if you borrowed a ship from someone, you can't go through and, you know, select that ship to use. You physically have to put the ship onto the actual controller to use it. Same with the pilot, same with the weapons attachment. Now, as I said, I do believe the Switch version has a deluxe edition where you can buy it with all of the things unlocked to kind of get around that, because I think Nintendo or Ubisoft may have realized that people can't go through and buy all the parts or have access to everything. I don't know, that's what I was told, but when we review the Switch version, I might look into that and see if that is true and go from there. But for the PS4 version, you need the parts to play this game. Meaning, if you lose the parts, you can't play this game. Now, it makes sense, but, you know, with it being 2009, which, 2019, not 2009, bloody hell, what era am I living in? 2019, which is when the game came out, I think, or 2018. Can't remember how long this game's been out, but anyways, my point stands. We're in 2020 now. We should have, you know, developers should have a way that people, even if you have to pay, you know, DLC or something like that, to be able to use characters, weapon attachments, or whatnot without having to own a physical thing. You know, DLC is a thing, and technically, you know, the parts that I attach are technically considered DLC, except they're in physical form. They're coded on the game, but it's locked out by the fact that you need to own the bit. So, you know, being 2020 and all, you should be able to have the option still for those of them people who buy the game later down the track and can't get a hold of, like, certain pilots because, you know, they're out of stock, they're not making or whatnot. You know, thinking 5 years later down the track, you know, what's going to happen there if the person just gets a hold of the game? They can't play it because they don't have any of the pilots, they don't have the ships. You know, someone could just give this person the game without any parts, and then that poor sod, if they paid for it, they can't play the game. So there should be an option, technically, to buy all the parts digitally and just use it like that, because as I said, it's technically DLC, but you can access it through a physical thing. Now, you know, back when Skylanders first came out, that wasn't really a thing, so I understand back then. But yeah, no, in modern day age, that shouldn't be a thing. So I will give that a big fat negative, that you need the parts to be able to play this game. The Switch version, though, I have heard that might be a little bit different, but as I said, we'll explore that can of fish when we actually do the Switch version for part 2. Okay. But no, other than that, I did enjoy what I played, and I'm a big fan of exploration sandbox games like this. When I get the option to go explore, find things, and help colonies and all that, it was one of the reasons why I bought No Man's Sky. When I found out that was a thing, I was like, oh, I like that thing, I want to do it. And it was just a shame when I played that version of No Man's Sky, it was a big fat disappointment. Hoping when I do the first impression for the updated version, that's going to change, of course. But when playing this and presented with that, the option to use different ships, different pilots, different weapon loadouts, and then going through and exploring different planets that look quite interesting. I'm just hoping, most of the planet is filled with things to do and it's not just blotches of areas with things to do, because then that will kind of get a bit boring after a while. And I'm kind of hoping too that there are dynamic things that change, like if you walk away from the game for a week or so, things do change maybe, that type of element to it. One thing I did hear from people though is the game does get quite repetitive. I'm hoping that's not going to be a big issue, because repetitiveness comes down to subjectiveness. There's a lot of games I could argue could be repetitiveness, but the way that it's handled, certain players would like it, other players don't. So as I said, it is subjective in a way, but I will take that on board when I do play this in my own time. I'm kind of hoping as well this becomes a game I can stream over on the Twitch channel, and, be a good game too while I explore. I can talk to chat and everything. So that's something else I'm kind of hoping that would be an option. And plus, as I said, when I want to kill some time, this would be good to throw in, which is why I got the Switch version as well, technically, for on the go when I go on holidays. Just an extra option that I can play. And yeah, I can definitely see this being a game I sit down and play, but it's just more of the, what's beyond the hour that I've just done. I'm hoping that doesn't bring down this game, because I've had one game so far for first impressions I reviewed, which is Little Town Hero. I've played more afterwards after reviewing it, and I was disappointed, which was a big shame. So I'm hoping this isn't going to be the second game that I do a first impression on, I play more of it, then get disappointed. So, yeah. Keeping that all in mind, I would say I'm going to enjoy it. But as I said, I would like to hear from you guys what you think for this game. What do you think of what you saw so far? What do you think about the fact that you need the attachments for the PS4 version to be able to play it? I'm assuming for a lot of people that's a big turn-off. That sucks. I'm also hoping, keeping that as well, and my god, that just blinded me. My window is slightly open for a bit of light, and a car went by and the sun reflected right off it and onto me. That was blinding as all heck. But yeah, I'm hoping as well there's no paywall stuff. Like, you don't get locked out by the fact that, there being weapons that are super effective to certain enemies. There's no paywalls. That scares me, because it is Ubisoft, and Ubisoft is known for that type of crap. So I'm hoping that's not a thing as well, because then that's going to be a major turn-off to a point where I can't recommend the game. Though, if as I said, the Switch version remedies that, then I would be recommending the Switch version. PS4, though, if you can hunt down the parts and whatnot, maybe I could recommend it if you like that type of stuff. But as I said, there was a bit of a warning that this could be repetitive, so I guess, I don't know if I could recommend this game or not, but me personally, from what I've seen, it does look good. And yeah, I'll go off that. I need to do something for first impressions where I go through and do like a revisit with my own thoughts on the games, what I've played afterwards. Need to do that, I think. Anyways, that's it for me. If you want to see all the unboxing stuff, that'll be straight after this. I might even talk for a little bit, explaining some stuff, I don't know. And we'll deal with a part 2 when I finally get around with the Switch version, so look out for that. And thank you for tuning in for this first impressions of Starlink Battle for Atlas. Excuse me. Oh, that was a bit rude. I'll say that again. Thank you for tuning in to this first impressions of Battle for Atlas. I look forward to hearing what you guys think in the comment section below. And until next time, this is Lady KrimZen saying ciao for now, but not forever. Ciao!